Alright, this week's been pretty slow when it comes to fight news, but we did get to see the return of Anthony Joshua with this huge knockout of Robert Helenius, as well as Vicente Luque making his long-awaited comeback with a victory over Rafael dos Anjos. And not too long ago, we got the announcement of Misfits' next boxing card, that's right, the Prime card, headlined by none other than KSI versus Tommy Fury, in a fight that JJ, in all likelihood, is probably gonna regret. I made a couple videos in the lead up as well as the aftermath for Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul, where I laid out all the reasons that Jake Paul had absolutely no chance of getting a victory over Tommy Fury. I mean, Tommy Fury is a better boxer in almost every way. The only advantage that Jake had over him was, funny enough, professional experience, because at the time, and I think still even right now, Jake actually has more professional fights on his record than Tommy Fury. This time around, KSI is in basically the same position. I mean, KSI is just straight up less talented when it comes to the technical skills of boxing than Tommy Fury, and it's obvious to see. Though KSI is pretty awkward in the ring. He likes to use that sidewards bouncing in and out style footwork, which is a lot more like a karate fighter. It reminds me of someone like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And he does have his moments where he switches to more of a traditional boxing stance, and he's had some success with that too. But it's only fair to mention that the only success he had doing this was against a rapper and a professional boxer, neither of which offered really any resistance at all whatsoever. All that being said, JJ does have power in his right hand, which is one of the few things we've been able to gather out of the, 6 rounds of professional boxing that we've seen from him over the past couple years. And if there's one thing we know about Tommy Fury, it's that the shot that he's the most susceptible to getting caught by is the right hand. That's where things get a little interesting in this matchup. While JJ clearly is at a massive disadvantage when it comes to technical boxing skill, this could be an opportunity for him to put his power on display and kind of end any sort of debate there might be between him and Jake Paul regarding who has more punching power. Because we saw Jake land huge right hands on Tommy Fury multiple times in their fight, and Tommy Fury just kind of walked right through him. If Tommy Fury is not able to handle the power of KSI, all of a sudden a matchup between Jake and KSI has some real interest behind it. But that being said, if I was a betting man, I just don't see how I can have any sort of real confidence in JJ being able to beat Tommy Fury. Like I said before, on paper, Tommy has all the advantages that he had over Jake, except this time, KSI has had considerably less time in the ring than Tommy Fury. And whereas Tommy and Jake were roughly the same size, this time KSI is clearly the smaller fighter. While I don't necessarily think he's gonna win, I mean, you gotta give the guy props. He's putting himself in a position where absolutely nobody thinks he's gonna be able to pull this off, at least nobody that knows anything about boxing. And he's kind of gone out of his way to take on the biggest challenge to him that exists in the whole crossover boxing scene. If he's able to show up in the ring with that same level of confidence, there is always that chance that he lands a good shot and proves me and everyone else wrong. And I can only imagine the look on everyone's face in the arena if JJ is actually able to put Tommy out cold. But for now, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Thanks for watching.